Nigerians, Ghanaians, I want you guys to take a look at this video.
Ghanaian genres have significantly influenced Nigerian music over the years. Ayoshona recently, shout out to Ayoshona by the way, he recently released 2 episodes, he screened 2 episodes of his Afrobeats documentary. And a lot of things became clear. 3 things became clear actually. One of them we knew before that. Highlife influenced Afrobeats. That's Fela's Afrobeats. 2, Pan Logo, which is a Ghanaian pop genre or folk genre, is basically the origin of the contemporary Afro pop music. 3, the person that named Afrobeats, like called it Afrobeats, according to Nigerian, is Ghanaian.
Now, this is coming from a Nigerian. You can tell from the name, it's a Yoruba. So before we throw more light on who the man is, right? There are some very key points that he raised. Now, he said that Ghanaian genre significantly influenced Nigerian music over the years. For example, Highlife influenced Afrobeats. I know Nigerians will be like, no, this is not true. This is unheard of. This is, these are lies. You know, such a thing never happened. But this is coming from one of your own. I want us to just have a civil conversation, right? Okay. Now today, let's take a look at how influential has Ghana been on Nigerian music. Now, this particular topic was influenced by this video. So I want us to take another look or a step further into this video. Take a look.
So why are Nigerians reluctant? Why do Nigerians struggle to give Ghana credit for their influence?
Ignorance. A lot of Nigerians don't know a lot of the things that we're talking about. Like even the day we release this thing, I can guarantee you that a lot of Nigerians will come in there to argue for no just reason. Even though they have no facts, no figures, they just don't want to be subservient to Ghana in any way. And that's unreasonable a lot because history is telling you something. You never lived it. People who lived it at the time are telling you that this is what it is. And you are coming out to argue things that you don't know. Just shut up and listen sometimes. Ignorance is one of the things. Number 2, we are talking about sibling rivalry. Sometimes that can be playful. Usually it is very playful, especially on social media. That's why a lot of Nigerians are going to banter and Ghanaians are going to banter each other on social media. It's not something to be taken serious sometimes, but sometimes it can be taken seriously because that sibling rivalry is one of the things that led to Nigerian sentiments across the continent. Either you want to believe it or not. So we can't, and then another problem with that is the fact that Nigerians just have an ego. We are the biggest. We are the most populous nation in Africa. Culturally, we are the most influential. If your thing lands in Nigeria, it's going to become bigger. So we don't want to give you credit for what you make. Like, one reason, even though Ghanaians are going to feel slighted by the fact that Nigerians don't give them credit for certain things, they will understand why if the moment those things got to Nigeria, they became bigger. It's just a problem that Nigerians sort of try to own those things. Culturally, we are the most impactful. We are the America of Africa. Just like people aspire to go to America, like people will want to blow in America because America is like the grown norm of culture. The moment you blow in America, it's going to trickle down to other parts of the world. That means more money for me. That means more fans for you. That means more acclaim for you. That means more money for you. That's what it is. So with Nigeria and Ghana, that's what we are. A lot of people aspire to blow up in Nigeria. A lot of people aspire to blow up to feature Nigerian artists. Our artists are the biggest in Africa, numbers wise, whatever. The 2010 generation, they are the biggest in Africa. Simple as it is. Deal with it. So, with that in mind, it's a problem when a lot of... It's not exactly a problem for a lot of other parts of Africa. For example, Amapiano, for example. Amapiano is South African genre. But right now, it's blowing up in Nigeria. Azonto was a Ghanaian thing. But when it wanted to really blow up, it came to Nigeria, exploded. That's what it is.
Now, the young man says, we don't want to give Ghanaian credit for their huge influence in Nigeria. Okay, so he's talking about the influence or the contributions that Ghanaians over the years have had on Afrobeats. You know that Ghana, Nigeria, there's always this, the origins of Afrobeats, and this is a story that will never fade. Why? Because even till date, I think there was this YouTube video that I watched a few days ago. I'm going to react, where this Ghanaian was saying, this elderly Ghanaian was saying that it's about time Ghanaians take back what rightfully belongs to them, which is Afrobeats. And Afrobeats belongs to their ancestors. Afrobeat is for Ghanaians, and Ghanaians cannot allow another person own it. So I'm going to react. The video, it was a very interesting one, to be honest. Lengthy, but quite enriching. So we're going to be reacting to it. So, and then I stumbled on this one, right? Because when I watched it, was talking about Afrobeat, how is Ghanaians, and then when you watch such a video and you show so much interest, right, YouTube is going to recommend others, and that's how YouTube recommended this particular video that I'm reacting to today. Now, still talking about the video, there is something very interesting it said. Now, like I said, he was like, Ghanaian genre significantly influenced Nigerian music over the years, e.g., Highlife influenced Afrobeats. In other words, Ghanaian Highlife, because Nigerians equally have their Highlife music, right? But in this case, he said that the Ghanaian Highlife influenced Afrobeats. Take a look.
Now let's go back to what Highlife, like Nigeria, we had Highlife. We have Highlife. Highlife is basically popular. It's peculiar to the Southeast. Like during the Civil War and post-Civil War, Highlife really exploded alongside psychedelic rock. But when Fela came back into the country, it is basically accepted that Fela Afrobeats, which is basically Afropop, borrows its origin from Afrobeats. And the origin of Afrobeat itself is Highlife. And the origin of the grown name of Highlife in Africa is Ghana. Either you want to accept it or not, that's your business. And that's facts only. Like, you trace it back further into the 90s. You are talking about in the 70s and 80s. You are talking about the Pan logo era. Like, the Pan logo is just the double time. That's the sound. That's the Pan logo era. Pan logo sound from Ghana. Now you can say that a lot of Nigerian pop sounds, Nigerian folk sounds also have those roots. But it is widely accepted or regarded that Pan logo is the origin of that sound. Now let's bring it back to the hip life era. The hip life era was the emergence of how people merged hip-hop and high life together. So the hip-life era basically came with them Reggie Rockstone, Obrafour. VIP basically made it more popular in Nigeria, even though Reggie Rockstone was rolling with Two-Face in like 2004. But the moment VIP came into this country. But even before that, we are talking about Tony Tetsuila. Tony Tetsuila basically had 2 records with TikTok at the time. I'm in love with 2 women, I don't know which one to take. That's hip-life. Then we come into the late 2000s. After Wande Coal jumped on that freestyle produced by Qubits, that sound is basically what is significantly influenced what we know as Afropop today. That beat pattern, that melody, chord progression, that melody type is basically what a lot of us know as Afropop today. Then after that, we're talking about the Pom 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 era, which is Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy's era coincided with not just the Pom 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 era, it also coincided with a lot of the things that people were calling Tonga at the time, and a lot of people were calling whatever at the time. And even look at it now, the 2 big, some of the big, like even in the UK, for example, which is like another home of Afrobeats, the 2 biggest Afrobeats producers in the UK right now are Ghanaian. Either you want to believe it or not. So these eras, these things have basically led to the formation of contemporary Afropop music.
Now, there were 2 examples he cited when he talks about the formation of Afrobeat, right? And the melody it encompasses, right? Now, he said, Highlife influenced Afrobeat, number 1. Number 2, Pan logo, which is a Ghanaian pop genre or Foley genre, is basically the origin of contemporary Afropop music. And the person who named the genre Afrobeats is a Ghanaian. I've never heard of this before, you know that. But once in a while, it's very interesting for you. It's very good for you to read and, of course, watch videos, watch documentaries so that you get like a deeper knowledge about certain things. So Nigerians, Ghanaians, what do you make of this point? This young man says the person who named the genre Afrobeat is a Ghanaian. How true is this? Ghanaians, do you agree? And who is this person? I don't want to disclose. I want to learn more. So you tell me in the comment section if you know. And Nigerians, do you agree with this assessment or this assertion? If not, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, the question now, after watching it, I was like, could it be that Ghanaians actually know what they're talking about? Most often, these people feel like, when you listen to Ghanaians, whenever they talk about Afrobeat, they're very passionate about it, right? And they'll tell you that this thing belongs to us. This thing is us from the word go. and we cannot continuously allow Nigerians to dominate. Nigerians to change the narrative that Afrobeat is their own simply because, let's say, Fela Kuti popularized it. Now, they'll often tell you that a lot of Ghanaian artists at some point they moved over to Nigeria, for music, for concert, or for shows back then. And they'll equally tell you that at some point, Fela Kuti, because he was always, his music was always against, was preaching against the ills of the government. So he was not very much loved like that by the Nigerian government, So because of the wahala between him and the government, the back and forth, the insecurities, the tension, the rivalry, he had to flee. So he fled. He fled to Ghana. So I think he seeks refuge in Ghana for some time.
In a pivotal moment in Nigerian history, Fela Kuti, the legendary Afrobeat pioneer, found himself embroiled in a clash with the authorities due to his fearless activism through music. In 1977, Nigerian soldiers raided Fela's compound, famously known as the Kalakuta Republic, and set it ablaze in response to his politically charged song, Zombie. Facing persecution and fearing for his safety, Fela sought refuge in neighboring Ghana. However, his exile was short-lived. In 1978, then head of state of Ghana, Ignatius Achiampong, ordered Fela's deportation back to Nigeria. Achiampong feared that Fela's presence in Ghana could incite political unrest and destabilize the country. Fela's deportation from Ghana marked another chapter in his ongoing battle against oppression and corruption.
So Ghanaians believe that is how he came to learn, or that is how he learned Afrobeats, the different sounds, you see, and of course the different instruments that makes up Afrobeats. Yes, and then he traveled with it now to Nigeria. Okay, so now Nigerians I know you guys are really furious. I know you're already threatening to chop my page. I know that you're these my people. I love you guys so much, but you people are not easy to deal with, that. I can just imagine the comment section right now. You guys are probably asking your fellow Nigerians to unsubscribe, but come on, we just have to have this conversation, right? Good. Okay, now this is actually coming from one of your own, and by your own, I'm talking about Motolani Aleke, I think it's a Yoruba, who happens to be the music editor for Pulse Nigeria. Okay, so he believes that Highlife influenced the Ghanaian Highlife influenced Nigerian Afrobeats, or influenced Afro. Let me say Nigerian influenced Afrobeats. And according to him, you Nigerians know the truth. You don't just want to give Ghanaians their credit for it. You don't just want to appreciate them. You don't want to acknowledge. Considering the fact that Ghanaians and Nigerians are always a loggerhead. If they're not fighting for who cooks the best jollof rice, they're fighting over so many things. They're always along. These two are like, it's like they're in a polygamous marriage. We are yet to find out who the husband is. Maybe the husband is Afrobeat. Yes, the husband is Afrobeat. So Ghana, Nigeria, they are both fighting over the ownership. Like we run it. It's ours. Polygamy. The two wives, they're fighting over the love, like the love of the husband. The husband has to love one more than the other. You see, so you want to be the favorite. He loves me more. No, he loves me more. Today is man and no, tomorrow is tonight. So I think Ghana, Nigeria are in a polygamous marriage, and the husband, is Afrobeat. Do you agree with me or not? But it makes sense, judging from everything we're hearing right now, isn't it? Okay, now let's move on. While I read your comments in the while I read your comments in the comment section. Of course, yes. Please keep it civil, and please be respectful. You see, because someone's opinion doesn't align with yours, it doesn't mean that the person's your enemy. All right, we disagree to agree. It's just a conversation. Okay, so now there is this beautiful video that I stumbled on. Like I said, when you watch one Afrobeat video, they're going to recommend other Afrobeat videos for you. And this is how I stumbled on this video. So I want us to hear from a music legend. Now this one is coming from Tony Allen. Now he's going to be doing the 5 major drum patterns of Afrobeat. Isn't it interesting? So since this Nigerian music editor for Pulse Nigeria, Motolani, since he claims that Afrobeat is from Ghana rather, let's listen to Tony Allen. Now he further claims that the Ghanaian Highlife influenced Afrobeat. So this time around, Tony Allen is here to teach us the 5 major drum patterns of Afrobeat. Take a look.
The first pattern of Afrobeat goes like this. That's one pattern.
That's literally the very first one, right? It does it ring a bell? Which song? Which song does it? Which song has a similar beat? You know, this similar pattern, this similar drum. I want to hear it. Comment your favorite song that really sounds like this. A lot of songs are running from my mind, but I want to hear your thoughts. Now, that is the very first major drum pattern. I want us to move over the second one to the second one. Take a look. And the third. The fourth. And the feet. So do you agree? Do you see, do you feel high life in it? Do you see high life in it? Or are you still in disagreement? Or are you still disagreeing that no, high life has nothing to do with Afrobeats? Anyways, guys, there's equal, you know me now, I'm able, I'm always digging for you people. I love talking with facts. I will love bringing evidence, you see. So I want you guys to take a look at this high life music all the way from Ghana. It's pretty old, but it's very enriching. And I want us to do a small comparison. Now, when you listen to Afrobeats music, do you find a beat, you find a touch of high life in it a lot? So those of you who really do not know what high life music sounds like, there are a lot of people who do not know, do not blame them. They just enjoy the sound. If you should ask them that, you know, is it Afrobeat, is it high life, they will not tell you. Is it Juju music? Is it Fuji? So most people will not tell you. So this is what the Ghanaian high life sounds like. Take a look. I love it. It's very beautiful. See, there's something I'm gonna say here. Ghanaians are very talented. I mean, you all will agree with me. They have made not just African dance. They have made not just Ghanaians, not just Africans, but have made the entire continent dance, the entire world dance. People have danced from Amazon to you, just name it. You see, they have talented artists. Even the current urban Ghanaian artists like the King Promise, they are doing beautifully well. Oh my goodness, me Kiddy is one of my favorites. Olive the Boy, King Paluta, Black Sheriff, Sakode, Shatawale, Stone Boy. There are many of them for the women. There's Wendy Shea, there's Gaki, even Fantana. Her latest song is really nice. I'm really truly recommending that song. And of course, there's Kojo Black. Ooh, Kojo Black is beautiful. I think he's a future of Ghanaian music. Amazing tracks, right? Ghanaians are very talented. I think their problem is at the level of promotion and marketing, and maybe branding too. And they really do not like jumping on other sounds, and they're not risk takers. You see, they don't like to bear risks, so they just like staying. They're very comfortable in that small space they find themselves in. Now, all like Nigerians who go out looking for shows, collaborating, networking and all, trying new things, jumping on new sounds, trying to conquer new territories. Ghanaians, they just stay put, and probably that's how Afrobeats was taken away from them. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Now, from all the evidence we've presented in front of you, what do you make of it? Once again, Nigerians, this is not to offend you, because I know you guys will take offense at the slightest thing. As long as a narrative does not go your way, you get upset and you start insulting and you start threatening. Let's just have a civil conversation, okay? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, do you believe that Highlife influenced Afrobeats, and do you equally believe that a Ghanaian genre significantly influenced Nigerian music over the years? Yes or no? And give me your reasons why. Give me the reasons for your answer. I am Chama Ayomide Dalil Yoga. Bye.